Hello,
Points.
everybody.
There are
Welcome
probably
back
40
to
to
a...
50 active serial killers in the United States.
I could never catch a break. Welcome back to another
Mhm.
Pathfinder stream. So glad to have everyone here tonight. I think it's been a couple weeks. Last time we were here, we were involving ourselves with the Thieves Guild for the possibility of getting them to sort of back off when it comes to getting this hourglass that Thalia needs to acquire in order to, well, not turn into effectively a servant of the evil nymph. And they successfully seemed to negotiate with one of the agents of the Thieves Guild, and then they made it back to the inn with a very drunk Thalia, and were beginning to discuss their plans for going after said bandits. And I believe with that, we can probably just jump right in, shall we?
I'm fine with
Yes.
that.
Go for it, players.
Indeed.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, what time is it? I'm gonna
It's
check my
like
pocket watch.
noon.
What time is it? Okay, it's noon.
Noon 30 even.
Well, what time is it?
Noon 30.
Oh my.
All right, 12:30.
12.
Exactly on the dot.
No, it
Okay.
reads noon 30.
Perfect. Guys, it's noon.
Half past noon. Another
Another
day.
Ah, but half
Another-
of what?
Half of a day. Oh, half an hour.
Half of the day past noon, so it's 6 p.m.
Sorry, half
Perhaps
an hour.
midnight.
I would think a druid would have better grasp of the state of the heavens.
Oh, please, I'm just playing around.
That fills me with confidence. Anyway, bandits. Yes, bandits in the mountain.
Yeah.
That is a considerable distance away.
Can I point
Hope
out
so.
on a map to everyone exactly where the camp is, so that we
Yeah.
can go there?
Hang on one
Okay.
second.
I'm
First, I have to make a very negative poll. Let's see here.
John is
Thalia.
sorry. Colt Irons is going to go ahead and pull out a map and spread it across the table he's next to. Say, all right, we'll show you where this is. And then he's gonna point. He's gonna point to where it is on the map. It's right there. It's around where my finger is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Colt points
Mr. D-
to a place up in the, like, basically, probably about, you would say 10, no, probably more like 5 miles out from the base of the mountain.
Okay.
And the base of the mountain is about how far away?
Always.
I mean,
You
Can
could
I get a
check
miles?
right now. You could
Can I
definitely
get a
check.
leagues measurement?
Yeah.
If you check the map surrounding Fox Hill, you will notice that there is the city of Weimgrado, where you guys are, and then a big white blob. That big white blob is the Black Crag Mountains. You would be looking towards the place directly under Scorecrest, and then a little bit past that.
Okay.
Right.
right.
Let me do
How
mental
many
math.
days rations should I stock up on before we leave?
Oh.
That is a much better question, and the answer is nominally a week. If you want to
Okay.
make it back, 2 weeks.
I hate to say it, I can't actually. I can't afford those. Someone needs to cover my debt.
We can hunt. We can do some hunting on the way there.
Okay,
This
I'm
And
is
gonna
if
true.
make
not, we
plans.
can.
It's true.
I'm
And
gonna
if
go.
not,
I'm gonna
and
try to
failing
get
that,
some
we can
days of
stock
spare
up in
rations.
Scorecrest.
Wait,
Can I do that?
Everybody's talking at once.
Apologies, I will wait.
Okay.
Okay, so first off, how much are rations?
They're 5 silver apiece, so 2 gold or 1 gold for 2.
And we need what, like 10?
14.
While you guys do that, I'm gonna Street Fighter dance with chat.
14 would
14.
be 2 weeks worth.
I'm gonna
Okay,
buy.
have 14 gold then.
Okay, Mr. DM, I would like to
Cost 7
object to the
gold.
poll. I believe that Costu will die
You
first.
believe that
Oh my
Costu will
God.
die first? Fair.
Possible.
I would love to
That is a
add that
good-
addition. Unfortunately, this is the best I can do. It looks like Thalia and Colt are tied right now, so I will change the poll and throw in Thalia or throw in Costu in Vigo's place.
I fucking hate this. I hate all of you. Chat, I fucking hate you.
Look, Colt and Thalia only tied because I voted for Colt.
Everyone like the stream.
Okay, why do you think either of them will die first? Because they're standing in the back.
For
It's
the
okay. I've
sport
already
of it,
almost died once. I hopefully will have learned my lesson from
it's
that.
in the spirit of dying. Anyway, moving
Anyways,
forward.
I see what you did there.
Anyway, I stuck up on 2 weeks of rations for myself and for Colt.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
Okay.
14 gold for rations. Okay.
Oh, I only spent 5 and got 10, but
Oh,
I already had 5.
That works then.
So, it's already noon.
Correct.
It might be worth it to. No, we could probably take off right now.
Yeah, what's wrong
Just-
with like another night out?
Yeah.
You guys heading out then?
As long as we're not
Yeah,
getting
I'm
nicked
set.
by
Oh.
bandits.
There's nothing I can do here. Ready to head out.
unless there's something that we could provision ourselves with. And even then, surely there's something along the way.
You think
Who
about
knows?
things that you could provision yourselves with, and what comes to mind is provisions.
On the
Perhaps food.
on the
even.
journey.
Okay, actual question. Healing potions. What do those look like in Pathfinder?
Red
Expensive.
triangular potions.
Okay. How much moner? How much moner?
How much
Uh,
moner? About 50
well,
moner usually.
The base
Uh,
cost. So for a cure light, base cost is 50. For a cure moderate, it's 300, and for a cure severe, it's 750.
Dang, that's
Yeah.
expensive. But
Yep.
But
Okay,
it
understandable.
it could save someone's life, so I will drop the 50 GP. So I'll drop 50 GP on a singular potion of cure light wounds.
Okay,
Okay.
so you're going to the
I,
magic item shop then?
Good
Yeah.
idea.
All
I
right.
approve of this.
You get
Are they
yourself a
available
cure
at the
light wounds
magic item
potion.
shop? I might.
If they're
Yeah.
not available at the magic shop, this man's a failure.
Yeah, no, they're
Yeah,
they're
what kind of magic's he
100%
doing?
available there.
What kind? It's the
Okay.
most basic
Alright, well
magic
then-
that everyone uses.
Then maybe I will grab one as well. It might be good to have a
If you can
couple
afford it, then
available.
yeah, by all means, 50 gold from both of you
I-
then.
Like, good idea.
I am capable of affording it. I
Okay.
don't have a ton of money, but
Like in an
enough
emergency,
to
either
buy it.
myself or Thalia can cast cure light wounds on any of y'all, but those spell slots can be used for other things.
You can both
Yeah.
add a potion of cure light wounds to your inventory.
Guess
Thalia-
what? Guess what? Remember that cure
You have
moderate
no
wounds
money.
potion? Remember those cure
Oh.
moderates
whoa.
that we got
Dang,
a
wait.
while back?
No, I
There's
don't.
3 of those.
We got
Nice.
some
I don't
from
know where I
fighting.
got them, but-
Yeah, we
what
got
was it?
some a little while ago.
Stern?
I
From
have
Stern?
Yeah.
one.
I've
Okay.
got one of them. I never used
I have
it.
3.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
never
where I
used
got them
mine
from,
either.
but
3?
I think those are
Good
just.
God.
I think those.
Cure moderates are expensive.
oh no, I have 3 cure light.
Oh, okay.
I've got one cure moderate, but I'm saving it for myself. Or
So now I
someone
have
else
4.
later
I have-
dying.
I have 4
But
cure
do
light.
we think we need an additional moderate?
It's not
Probably.
worth it. I don't think
Another.
it's
I
yeah.
have a cure moderate wounds as well.
I have 4 cure light, so we should be okay as far as healing. But
Okay.
what will be more pressing is if we have time to actually apply them.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm carrying a cure. As long as everyone who doesn't have magic has at least one potion in their inventory, we should be fine.
Ain't
Yeah.
shit, dude. I mean,
All right,
I guess
big
I can buy
assumption.
you
All right,
light.
let's go on. Are we going north? Which way are we leaving out of town?
South.
South.
We
Okay.
go south and then we go
Yo.
east.
Does that mean I'm passing by Cheese Lady again? Can I buy more cheese?
Do you have money
Oh
for
my
more cheese? Do you have cheese money?
I have cheese money.
How much money
Oh,
do you have for
God.
cheese money?
Yes,
cheese.
bro. I have a decent amount of cheese money. I still have some money.
Oh
I'm
my god.
cultivating.
How much
You
is a
cultivating
decent
a
mentioning this-
amount?
relationship with. Bro, I'm cultivating a relationship with Cheese Lady.
How much is a decent amount for cheese money? Because cheese lady is not
Uh,
cheap, lady.
I mean, I'm willing to drop like maybe an additional like 3 to 5 gold pieces
Oh
for some
yeah, no,
cheese.
she'll give you like 3 cheese wheels.
Whoa, okay, I don't know that I need that much.
One cheese wheel for one
Just
gold.
one is enough.
Okay,
We-
she'll
we
give you
need-
1 cheese wheel.
I
And that's
am
how much? 1 gold piece?
Okay, she takes your 1 gold piece, gives you a sly
Okay.
wink, and says, "You have a problem.
Me?
You like
I have a
cheese
problem?
too much.
Been literally weeks since I've been here.
That is an excessive amount of cheese. I usually don't sell them that much. I usually sell a wedge. You asked for the whole thing."
Yeah, I mean, I am gonna be gone for a while. I'm not planning to eat it all in one sitting.
Well, why not? You like it so much.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know when I'm gonna be back here for more.
That's a shame.
I'm getting
All
mixed
right,
messages from this saleswoman.
because you like it so much, I will give you 2 more of these for the road. And she gives you 2 more cheese wheels.
GM, what kind of cheese is it?
Wow.
That
It
is a good question.
is
It's red luster, isn't it?
no, it's
Wait, did I
not
just get
red
3 cheese
Leicester
wheels
cheese.
for 1 gold piece? Bro, that's legendary.
It's
Is it goat cheese or cow
it's
cheese?
goat cheese.
Okay, sweet.
Still good, bro. Still good. I say thank you very much, madam, and I continue on my way.
I'm now having horrific flashbacks to the campaign I ran where a single character decided to wage war against the cheese gnomes.
Oh
Or-
no.
It was
Are Meredith and Vico
What an
still chilling
intro-
at the inn, or
What a very
no,
interesting decision.
No, it
no,
would be
nah.
here. But DM, I have an important question.
oh,
Yoink.
ask away.
If do you think if I gave her like 7 gold to never sell this guy cheese again, would she take that offer?
You could find out. Would you
Seems
like to
unnecessary.
try?
Sure, I'll try.
Wow.
Okay,
I'll
move your
straight up
token
ask
on
her- I'll
over
straight
there.
up
We
ask
need
her.
we need to have this
Dubious.
here for dramatic effect.
Okay. First of all, that means I gotta find my token.
All the way
Cheese.
over at the inn. Yes,
The cheese
cheese
room.
indeed. All right.
Absolutely nefarious.
This is the best thing that could happen right now. Okay, you approach the cheese lady's stand, and she goes, "Oh, hello, dearest. Were you looking to buy some cheese today?"
No, I'm a friend of the guy who buys way too much cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you 10 gold if you never buy from him again.
Oh.
If you never sell to him again.
Make a diplomacy check.
Oh. Oh, he's
Hold on.
Wait, hold on. I need to. What is it? Where's my? Oh, I need to scroll down to skills. Diplomacy. Oh, that's only a plus 12.
No big
Only
deal.
a plus 12, he says.
Only plus
Only.
12.
That's a 30.
Oh,
30.
dear.
That's a deal.
She looks down and she goes, "I had no idea he was lactose intolerant.
Oh no!
Don't worry, I'll make sure that I don't indulge those impulses any further. I just thought he was a huge
Perfect.
cheese fan."
Thank you.
He-
I dropped down to 10 gold. She gets 10 gold for this.
Okay. She
Art,
takes
this
the
gold
10
is so
gold,
valuable,
She
and you're
takes 10
burning it
gold,
on.
Half this
tear
money on a prank. that
streaming
is
down her
one of the silliest things I've ever
face.
seen.
My god.
I just want to say my gold is not valuable. I'm not poor unlike everyone else.
God damn.
Damn. I felt that in my life.
All right. As you all head to the exit, Cost you feel a disturbance in the force.
A disturbance. Okay, I detect a disturbance in the forest.
You you
Do I have
notice
any
that
idea what it
Vico
was?
has a sly smile on his face.
Oh.
I give him the side eye, and I'm like, okay, bro's suspiciously happy. All right, that's weird.
All right, you
And I
guys,
move on.
you guys head
As I
on out
walk,
of town.
as I walk, I slice myself off a little bit of cheese because I like cheese, bro.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
well,
An unfortunate
I'm imagining a
experience.
shot of me walking past, and just like at right as I exit the shot, and you only see like my mouth, and the rest of my face is hidden above the camera. You just hear, "Enjoy the cheese while you can."
Oh,
No, I
devious.
I do enjoy the cheese while I can, and I also eat a fresh apple that I picked off of the tree in house,
Fair enough.
Wow.
All right,
bro.
you
It's so good.
guys begin heading
I have a
toward
good
the
snack
mountain.
as I head to what could potentially be my death.
Let's get some banter on the way to the mountain. I don't have like an in-between thing, but I'm gonna pull up the map for chat to look at in the meantime.
Hey, I got a question before we actually like completely start our journey. Is there anything anyone wants me to craft them before we get to the mountain? We got a lot of time.
I'm gonna
on our
ask.
hands.
Yeah, I do.
I don't know.
I want you to craft me some things.
Okay, what's
I
up?
want you to take my half bottle of whiskey and make me a Molotov, and I want a tar bomb.
Okay.
Okay, I don't even know what you can
Can I
craft.
make a Molotov? That's a question I gotta ask the DM.
That's
Mm, I will allow you to attempt it. I'm not gonna say
Can
it's
I
gonna be
help?
easy. Nobody really knows how to, so no.
Well,
All right.
Yeah, can I
I will
start
not.
researching nuclear
I
fission?
can tell you how.
Well,
Okay.
you can certainly start, but you're gonna have to buy a lot of reading materials first. I know you can
Is-
tell me
is such
how.
knowledge even
I don't know that your character could necessarily tell me how. But that's
I
beside
think
the
my
point.
character- All right.
You may attempt.
All right. Is Costu aiding me?
No. Costu is not
Okay.
aiding you.
Damn, that's all right.
I'm
I
not
can do this
aiding.
anyway.
That's okay.
If I take a 10 on this craft check, I get a 19.
Okay. I would say with a 19 that you could make some Molotov cocktails, yeah.
All right. I'll make it and I'll hand it to Arzoth, and then I want to take 10 on crafting tar bomb too,
A car bomb?
because that'll do it. Sorry,
Tar.
tar bomb, not car.
tar. Tar.
I was
Not
like, I don't
tar.
think that's quite the same.
It is not quite on the same level.
Tar bomb is a
admittedly.
DC 15 craft check, so
Then that
it
is,
should...
yeah, you can make a tar bomb.
Okay, cool.
But not a car bomb. Don't try to make a car bomb.
So you guys just sort of stand in the entrance to the town for a while Colt begins crafting devious, nefarious things.
Oh, I was thinking we'd be doing
we
it on the
can-
road, but
Yeah, we're doing it. We can't do it on the road. We got days.
You kind of have to sit still to do these things for a little bit.
well,
It's
right,
not
but
taking
doesn't
you
it take
too
a
long.
while?
I mean, the tar bomb
All right,
especially.
well, it's all right. Well, whatever. We crafted it. It's fine. We'll get there anyway.
Okay.
I'm glad.
Oh, my
I
fresh
need 5
apple and
gold,
cheese
Arzoth.
are so good. I'm gonna ask Vico, what are you
Easy.
so happy about over there?
Right. Go ahead and give yourself
I'm
a tar bomb and the Molotov, which I have no stats for.
Well, look them up.
I'll find some, yeah.
I'm just glad you're enjoying your cheese.
I'm enjoying.
Oh, my cheese is good. That lady makes some good cheese.
I'm glad that we all
Mhm.
have time to be idle and
You do. You have
Bro,
a
I
week to
stopped
be
for
idle on the road,
I
which
Before-
is
stopped for
starting
2
now.
minutes to buy some cheese on the way out of town.
Or
Yes.
provisions.
You're not
Yeah.
even ahead of me.
Everybody is on the road at this point, I think.
Okay, so the best I can find for Molotovs is like a 3.5e page.
Let's say
Not
it
not a
is.
Pathfinder page.
Let's say it is effectively 3d4 fire damage on the square it lands in if it hits. If it does not, it lands randomly in a tile near the intended square, up to and including up to 5 feet for every 4 by which you missed the target.
Okay.
And it deals 1d4 damage to targets in adjacent squares. Still,
Okay.
all damage fire,
Alright, cool.
of course.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Fire
Like a
damage.
little
Alright,
burst.
okay. I
Fire
am.
damage.
So Vico is just glad I'm enjoying cheese.
Yeah, he's just happy for you.
Yeah, okay. I asked him if he would like some. Vico, would you like
Okay.
some of this cheese?
I'm good. I think you should just savor the cheese. You know, now that you have it.
I intend to. Thank you.
You never know when you've taken your last bite of cheese.
Honestly, you're right. But I mean, it could be on this trip. We never know.
No.
Any other
Hey,
important
Vico, I gotta-
conversations that need to be had?
Hey, Vico, I got a question.
Oh, what's up?
When were you gonna tell us you were you had an alter ego?
When was
Ostensibly
it?
never willingly, I would imagine.
Never is a big word. Never
But
is like a big.
Never is quite a long time.
Yeah.
Seems rather
That's almost
pointless to
forever.
have an identity that one conceals and then not conceal it.
I mean,
Also,
depends on
I'm
concealing it
also,
from whom.
I'm also not sure if alter ego is like fully, fully the right word. It's more like living like 2 lives. It's not even really at the
Alter ego.
same.
And
It-
here I
forgive me,
was
but
Yes.
isn't that exactly what an alter ego means?
Well, I feel like an alter ego implies more of a disguise sense to it, right? Like you're playing a character.
I don't necessarily think that's true.
Well, then yes, it's
Well,
probably
maybe
whatever
it's not
you
an
think.
alter.
Of
Maybe
when
it's
you
not an
think of
alter ego. Maybe it's maybe it's like he's separating business from his personal life. You know.
And as this
DM,
conversation carries on for
DM,
several days,
can I do a lore check to if Fico has seen Severance?
has
Oh,
seen
no.
the movie Severance.
No,
What a
absolutely
movie!
not. Oh,
You
we should have
all
brought some cold weather gear. We are
arrive
fools.
at the base of the mountain. The cold wind flowing against your.
We have picked some up in like,
You have
what's the city
typical
set? What's the?
adventuring gear, like you're not unprepared for the weather.
Oh, okay, so it's not gonna like kill us or anything.
No.
Okay.
As the cold wind causes your clothes to move around ever so slightly, billowing against it, you realize just how tall the mountain is in front of you, standing against the black crag. You imagine, for most of you, that this will be an arduous journey, but Colt, for you, there's a certain sense of familiarity to it. And I will need everyone to make initiative rolls.
Do I know
My
of?
Boss.
Is there a?
It doesn't
Is there one of
necessarily
the-
mean there's combat, it just means that there's a turn order.
Is there one of the scout camps near this path? Because I'm sure there would be.
Well, yeah, this is the path you're following to get to the actual bandit camp.
Yeah.
So, yes, there would be. You know that this would be one where the scouting trails would go through.
Okay. I'm gonna turn back to everyone as we're approaching here and say, all right. they usually set their scouting camps out around this far out, so they're probably going to see us before we see them if we're really unlucky or if we're not careful. So keep your eyes peeled. If your head's on a swivel.
I don't like this open approach, but
We don't have another approach. This is how we have to get there. It's on a mountain.
Colt, need you to roll as well.
Yeah, I know. Alright. 19.
Okay. And with that, this is our turn order. So, Vico, you're up first. What would you like to do? Keep in mind, everyone, talking is always a free action.
Talking action. Before I move, I'm gonna finish explaining the plot of the TV show Severance.
oh my. How
And
do
don't. You're making it worse by reacting. I'm just any sort of skill check is usually made as an action, right? Like any sort of like active,
Yeah.
Searching or investigating or thinking.
Yeah, it would all take a standard action to do so.
All right, I'm just gonna sort of like here as I walk forward, and if you'll allow me, I would like to try to make like I don't know if it would be like a local check or more of like a straight intelligence check of if I've conversed with bandits in the mountains, would I know anything about maybe like either the sort of traps that would be in this terrain or
Oh,
like
you're looking to
any
see
sort of
like
patrol.
an idea of if you've been here,
Basically, if there
or
are
like
anything that would come to mind that I would know about like specifically like these types of like mountain bandits that might be.
I would say that's a knowledge local.
It's just a +7. Just as I kind of get into the terrain, just kind of like an internal check of like,
Yeah,
have I been
no,
to
that makes
places
sense.
like these before? All right, 17.
17. You haven't been here before, that's for certain. You probably haven't had that much interaction with mountain bandits specifically, but if you had to guess based on your previous experiences on what you would expect to find in a mountain as far as traps go, you're leaning towards bigger traps that can be easily concealed in the snow, like nets or bear traps.
I just shout out to everyone. Guys, watch out where you walk. Don't step on any piles of leaves. No, that'll be my turn. I
Okay.
think.
Then Colt, you're up. Thalia. Unless Colt, you wanted to do something else.
Sorry, my mic was muted. Yeah, I'm heading up the path. I want to make a perception check to see if I see anything out of the ordinary up ahead.
Sure. Go ahead.
More farther up the mountain. Perception. $22.
Nothing strikes you as too out of the ordinary from what you can see so far.
Okay.
But then again, you
Yes.
realize that it's still a little ways yet until you'll be closer to the encampments.
That's fair. All right. I guess that's my turn then.
Thalia.
Okie dokie. So I am going to take a moment to cast heightened awareness on myself.
Okay. How does heightened awareness work?
It's 10 minutes per level. I just get a +2 bonus on perception checks and knowledge checks.
Sure.
And if I have to make an initiative check, I can dismiss it for a +4 bonus.
Sure.
So she's going to do that, so she could get a little bit of better eyes on the situation, and then she's going
Completely fair.
to kind of creep her way into the shadowy parts of the rock here.
Okay, you all watch as Thalia mumbles a little something to herself, and then a little, what you can only describe as pixie dust, sort of glazes over her eyes for a second, and then she fades into the corner of the rock wall.
Yep.
Kostu.
What is the Pathfinder equivalent of the dodge action?
There really isn't one.
I mean, you have dodge, but dodge only works if there's something you can see.
Well, it's more like there's fighting defensively.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna move. We're now in enemy territory, so I'm gonna draw my weapon, and it will take the fight defensively action,
Okay.
and then I'll move up, kind of following Colt. I don't know that I'll be quite that close, but
Right. Arzoth.
Yeah, I was also kind of along the lines of we're in enemy territory, we should be kind of prepared. So I was going to have my weapon ready as well.
Sure.
And my little leggies are gonna carry me up here.
Right on. Meredith.
I want to be a burb.
Meredith, you turn into a bird.
Yay.
You are now a bird.
Specifically the eagle stat block, so 30-foot fly speed, have fun. So, I'm
That's
just gonna
fun.
just...
But
you are
me
now a
hang
bird
on.
and you have a bird, right? Or did you?
I have a...
do you not
I
have
am a bird and have a... I am a bird and have a bird.
Hang
That
on,
is
let
true.
me...
Okay.
Honey bird.
There we go.
Very bird.
Double bird.
Yay.
There are
So
now
then I
two
guess-
eagles
Turning to a
flapping
bird.
their wings in the cold wind,
Big bird gaming.
flying around the edges of the mountain.
So I'll just go over here, I guess. And I guess that's all I can do, because I think Wild Shape is a standard action? I think?
Yeah.
Guys, is that Meredith?
Would seem so.
All right.
I believe so.
Sorry, you
That's definitely
take a
Meredith's
second
bird
to
flying with it.
make sure you're hearing each other properly against the blowing wind. It is quite loud.
Loud enough to cause us to be deafened.
No, not loud enough to cause you to be deafened, just to make it a bit louder that you have to speak. So when Thalia says, "It seems so," you mostly hear, "Oh."
Yeah.
Got it.
Fika.
To use stealth while moving, you have to move at half speed, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Well, then there's not really. Oh. I mean, we're in like very
Unless you
open
have
terrain
fast
anyway. Unless I have one.
Unless you have fast stealth.
I don't. I
Really?
don't have fast stuff.
Then you would have to move with fat stealth instead.
Ooh, tragic.
Otherwise, I'll just I'll stick to like air in the pack for now.
Okay.
And I'll just pull out have my crossbow at the ready.
Sounds good. Colt.
I'm gonna keep moving up.
All right.
On this little pathway of snow, do I notice anything weird about it, or is it all?
Make a perception check.
All right. $28.
Yeah, you notice what it's just barely perceptible, but it looks like the snow is a bit more mounded up over here.
Can I throw a rock at it?
Yeah. You pick up a rock and
I'll take out a. Actually, I want to use my sling to sling a rock at it.
sure, why not? You sling a rock at it, and a couple of jaws ka-chink, snap up over the rock.
Right. I want to go, and I want to pick up the bear trap. And that's my turn. Or start picking it up.
Sure, you begin picking up the bear trap. Thalia.
Okay, I'm going to make a stealth check. We're in full sunlight, right?
I would say partial sunlight.
Appears to be
Okay.
snowing.
Doesn't matter. The
Yeah.
light is not dim. Oh,
Correct.
that's rough. Anyway,
You perceive yourself to be hid?
yeah, and I'm going to move at half speed. So 1, 2, 3. There you go.
Okay. Cost 2.
I will move alongside Colt. 15, 25, 30. And yeah, I think I'll keep fighting defensively. What exactly does that do again, though? Sorry. I'm
When
not-
you're
Doesn't
fighting
really-
defensively...
Go on. I'll just look it up.
Okay. Arzoth.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move on up.
Meredith.
Let's see.
Please pay
I
attention to
think
the turn order
I-
if you can, by the way, guys. That way I won't have to announce everybody's turn every single time.
Should I do? I'm just gonna fly up here and gonna make a perception check.
Sure. Where are you trying to perceive?
Up the path.
Like here? Or more like
yeah, I
here?
assume on the path, so right here.
Okay.
I assume I'm more elevated, so I can actually see that far.
Yeah, that's fine. You can, like, flap your wings up a little bit. Nothing seems out of the ordinary about the path.
Okay. Sweet. And that's my turn.
I'm gonna move up to here. I don't want to move too far ahead of Thalia. I don't have anything else very exciting to do on my turn, so I just want to mention that I read this really funny thing about a bear trap in which you put a bear trap in a room, and then if you try to poke the bear trap and disable it, 10 bears fall out of a chute. You have to fight 10 bears, and it's a bear trap. And I thought that was a really funny idea that I read online. And that's the end of my turn.
That is a funny idea.
The druid trap.
All right. I'm gonna finish picking up the bear trap, and I'm gonna continue. Which square did I pick it up in? Was it the one above me or the one? I walk through up there. Not only up to there. But... Can like And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Time to make another lovely stealth check, my favorite. A little better.
Marginal.
Okay, then there
Marginal
we
improvement.
go.
You maintain
Yeah.
your idea that you are hidden.
Yep. And that's my turn.
Okay, I will go ahead and move up like Colt. 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. Colt, do you have higher speed than me? You seem to get further ahead of me every turn.
I'm taking multiple move actions usually,
Oh, okay.
except for that bear trap one.
Maybe I'll. You can. Is it called charge in this game? Where you move
That
further?
is only for attacking, but you can, in
Yeah, you
fact, just
have to
take
have a
double move
target.
actions.
Yeah.
You just can't do
What about the
anything else
run
to do that.
action?
Running
You
it
can
only
replace your
allows you to
standard.
go in one specific direction. But
Oh,
yes,
You
you
can
can
replace.
Oh, okay.
You can replace your standard
standard
action
is the
with a
move.
move action. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
sweet.
I'll just double move then.
Is that all, Arazoth, or did you want to do anything else?
Yeah, that's it. I just double moved.
Okay.
Speaking of run action, could that apply to a fly speed, or do I just have to
You
take 2
kind of
moves?
just have to take 2 moves with the fly.
All right, fair enough. So I'll be going. Let's see, where is the ruler? Let's go here. Go here. Perch in the tree.
Okay. Meredith and her hawk fly
Eagle.
over to the eagle. Fly over to this dead tree and just perch themselves up on individual branches, seemingly looking around, surveying the area.
How
Deco.
innocuous.
I'll just go here. Here is good. I moved.
Yes.
I will move up until I get to the edge of the snow, and then I want to make a perception check
Okay,
on this bit of snow
go for it.
because I'm really weary after that bear trap.
Research action. Like it.
I started trapping. 20.
Love being like the reverse scout.
You don't see anything.
All right. I'm not gonna move yet.
Okay.
Well, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. How stealthy are we?
Seemingly pretty stealthy
2,
from your own
3.
perception of it.
Yep. Okay, woo! Moving at half speed. It's a delight. Next.
I'll kind of keep pace with Colt. Isn't the idea to bring Colt like he's supposed to be a captive or something, or is that just kind of one of the plans?
We're not that far in yet, I think.
Yeah. We just got past the base of the mountain. We're still getting up.
And I'll stay a little bit behind Colt, but not. And I will. Don't know.
Mister,
Yeah,
do you
there's
see
not really
anything in that
much
snow?
I'll search.
Yeah, go ahead, make a perception check.
Check my perceptions on this. Be like a plus 9 or 10. Okay. 26.
As far as you can tell, there's nothing.
Okay. I say I don't see anything. I feel fairly confident that there's nothing there.
Okay.
All right, so we're going just flying over
Just a
here,
direct
here-ish.
flight upwards. Taking the
Yes,
most
why not?
convenient path possible. Smart.
Exactly. Is there anyone on the road or up the mountain that I can obviously see?
Not from where you're at, no.
All right.
Vico, did you move? I was not focused on
Yeah.
you there. Okay.
Yeah, I did move. I don't have anything else to do for now.
Oh well. Oh, not my turn yet.
To be clear, are we threatened at the moment, or are we able to take 10 on things if we want?
You're not currently threatened.
In
You could
combat, so-
theoretically
But
take 10, but
The thing is, taking 10 takes 10 times the amount of time.
yeah, so you would be
I
sitting
don't
there
think
for
that that's
several.
true. Let me look up.
No, it is
I
true.
looked at taking 10 last time.
Is it my turn again?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
your
Okay,
turn.
All right.
Horse steel.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump over this.
Gonna jump
Yeah, I am gonna jump.
the 10-foot gap.
Keep in mind
I'm
that
gonna
this
jump
is
the 10-foot
elevated
gap.
slightly as well,
How high?
like 5 feet.
Damn.
This is what the rules say about taking 10.
Okay.
Damn.
And also, I say that it takes 10 times as long.
Okay.
Let's
You've been
see.
house ruled.
Let's see. So it's 5 feet. Okay. There's nothing. We haven't seen anything yet. But I know there's something there. There has to be. Although we did get.
Just chuck out a
What?
handful of rocks if you're worried about it.
There doesn't have to be something at every single possible place for them to put a trap.
Yeah, but there's only 3. But there's only a few of these sections where the snow actually sits.
Oh.
All right, you know what? I'll take a weird route. I'm gonna go 5 feet. I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
I'm gonna go that way,
Sure.
and then I'm assuming I'm on almost even ground with this at this point.
Nearly.
All right. I'm just gonna jump the rest of the way.
Sure. Make an acrobatics check.
All right.
Slip.
It wouldn't be athletics?
Athletics isn't a thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. I'm dumb. Don't mind me.
I'm so
22.
Okay, with the penalties for being in snow.
Oh.
Yeah, you still probably made it.
Wait, is there no way in this game
To
to jump
here.
based on strength?
You're
There-
like right on the
you get-
edge.
You can
There's
That's
like a
climb.
feat. There's a
That's-
feat you can take.
That's a 5.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
that is kind of
Yeah.
stupid. Not gonna lie.
Oh,
Because that's elevated too a little bit.
I'm gonna keep going. All right. I'll get here and then I want to take another look back. See if a new angle gives me any perspective.
Make a perception check.
I really don't want anyone to get hurt by these traps. Damn.
You
Also-
don't see anything.
Also, technically, a GM could house rule that you're making an acrobatics check, but you're using strength. 1, 2,
It could.
3. Okie dokie. Slowly creeping along.
I will follow the same path as Colt, but instead of jumping, you went here, then here, Then where? One more forward or one to the right?
One he went that way, kind of just sidestepped it, but you could do either or. Personal preference now.
Okay, I'm thinking that I will try, instead of trying to jump it, I'll just try climbing up the cliff a little bit.
Okay. Sure. I mean, I don't think it's high enough that it really requires a climb check, so I'm going to say you just kind of grip onto the sides a little bit and use them to push yourself onto the stone steps.
Okay. Cool. So I'll just climb up kind of
Okay.
next to Colt.
Works for me.
I'm just gonna hope my stone cutting works out for me and prevents me from dying. I'm just gonna walk straight across this.
And nothing happens to you.
Yeah, I didn't think it would.
But
Nice.
better to have an abundance of caution than to take damage for no reason, though.
For sure. Meredith is up.
Perception check.
On where? Here?
Yeah, pretty much right here, yeah.
Okay. I mean, you
Clearly.
don't see anything.
Clearly there's nothing.
There must not be.
Couldn't possibly be.
I think we're waiting on Vico to get back, so I will skip his turn for now. Go back to Colt.
All right. I'm gonna move up.
Not buying. I didn't think to buy anything for scaling, did I? Rope.
So I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
Thought to buy some climbing supplies.
I can probably just move him up, to be honest. We'll put him like there. That it, Thalia?
The moving at half speed because we want to be sneaky gang.
Just be innocuous. It's not that hard.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
If Thalia were a bard, that would be what
Yeah,
she
I'm
was
gonna
doing.
try. How hard is it to climb just straight up instead of following the path?
Oh, Nelly.
It would be a climb check.
Right,
It
right, like,
is-
A
I
climb.
want- I'm not.
Hold
I'm
up.
not saying. I'm saying I would like to assess.
Hold on. This is a surface with ledges to hold on to, such as a very rough wall or a ship's rigging. So,
Okay.
climb DC, or no, wait, sorry. This is any surface with adequate handholds and footholds, such as a very rough natural rock surface or a tree, an unknotted rope, or pulling yourself up when dangling by the hands. It would be a DC 15 plus 5 because the surface is slippery, DC 20.
And don't forget you have like armor check penalties.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Out
those
the
are because I'm
wazoo.
wearing an agile breastplate, so I think those are actually pretty low.
Well, there you go.
Let me check that out. I've put a few ranks in climb. Yeah, I
Enough
have
to hit a
pretty good
DC
climb
20.
check. I'm-
Yeah, you might hurt
Yeah, I
yourself
could-
missing this if you attempt it.
I mean,
It's
I can take
okay.
a 10 and pass that.
But
There
it
you
will
go.
take 10
But-
times as long.
It will take you a while, yeah.
Takes a minute to do that. Okay, I'm just thinking the paths straight up the mountain, like climbing style, are less likely to be trapped than the paths that you can just walk on.
That's fair.
I concur. This is why I am not using the paths.
Well,
And
not all of us can turn into eagles.
I know, truly, it must suck to be you.
Magic.
all right.
What's the plan?
I think I'll just follow Colt for now. He does nothing seems to have befallen him, but
Okay.
I was just curious.
Arzoth.
My little leggies can't carry me any farther.
You're moving at top dwarf speed.
Swap
Mock
dwarf
dwarf.
speed.
This is why you play a dwarf monk or a barbarian.
I mean, I was considering climbing to help the people that are going at low speed to be able to
I just made a
scale
build
instead
that
of.
required me to stand still, so
Alright, I will be flying up here and just taking a casual observation of the road and see if there's anyone on it.
We don't see anyone.
Okie doke.
Not even fly anymore.
Right. I can make a perception check here. Because I'm still not sure.
Go for it.
$27.
Yeah, there's a bear trap there.
Colt Irons is going to pull out his sling before slinging a rock onto it.
Ka-chunk. You can
He's
just
gonna walk
barely
up to
see
it.
the metal bits poking out.
I'm going to walk
Good
up
eye.
to it and start picking it up again. That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Next. Mr. Costu?
I'm just gonna follow Colt.
Okay.
Thank you. I am going to suggest, however, as we get closer to the lair, it's possible that some of us may want to try to make the climb. I didn't bring pitons. I don't know if anybody has those, but
I'm going to be honest, Ostu. I don't think any one of us here is really that experienced of a climber. And I don't know.
Okay.
I don't feel like... I feel like we'd hurt ourselves before we gained anything from it.
okay. Well, maybe if I brought pitons, we could have tried it, but I'll just follow.
stand up here with you all. I don't want to get ahead of you guys, so.
I'm gonna hand,
Alright.
I'm gonna hand
I don't know what I find up here, but whatever I find, I'm gonna make a perception check to see what's here-ish because I have no idea.
Sure, 1 second.
I didn't get up to turn off the light.
Go ahead and roll. You don't see anything yet, is what I will say.
Womp womp.
Vico. Back to Colt.
Alright. Colt is going to hand Arazoth the bear trap he just got for continuing to walk up the hill.
Sick.
Okay, you are now the proud owner of 1 bear trap, Arzoth.
Gimme! It's my lucky day!
Thalia, let me know when you've
Really those
moved.
will come in handy at some point.
Thalia
have
has
pe-
moved.
I mean, someone wants pitons. I do have 10 of them.
Oh, okay. All right, pitons.
Vico.
Yeah,
Ah, yes. Vico, wilderness enthusiast.
I mean, hey, pitons are never bad to have. I have lots of robes, so
Arzov?
if,
Oh,
if he has
fucking hell.
pitons and I have rope, we have fairly decent climbing gear. If we decide we want to scale the side of the mountain instead
Meredith, I'm
of
assuming
following the
you just
path.
keep flying directly upwards.
Yeah, I just keep flying north. We are going north, yes, or is that, or are we going south? Because I know south was like the
You're
direction
going,
we were approaching the
well,
mountain from.
you're going upwards.
Okay, climbing the mountain.
Onwards and upwards, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't even think you need to make a perception check from where you would currently be flying to see that
Spiky.
there is an elven man on the side of the mountain face with a bow ready, just sort of looking down the mountain.
Interesting. Does it look like he's noticed the party?
Doesn't look like he's noticed them yet.
Okay. Wait, you're saying he's at the edge of the mountain?
No, I'm saying he is on the cliff, like one of the outer juts. How do I describe it?
Okay,
Like,
hear me
like
out.
here. You see that? He's on
Alright.
one of those.
Okay. Is there anyone else nearby?
Not that you can immediately see. And certainly
Are
not
you
where you're
gonna
looking.
try and fly up next to him and kick him off the ledge?
That's kind
That
of what
is
I
the-
imagined you were talking
I
about.
am I am thinking about it. I must say, I am thinking about it very hard.
Is that something Meredith would do as a
Probably
kindly...
not, no.
The video
So,
game
it's-
instincts are high.
He has no idea. So yeah. I guess on my next turn I'll double back to the party and like give out a little caw-caw.
Okay.
But that'll be
Vico.
my next turn, so.
No, Hector fell around all much. Thalia, hey, I really think we should be hurrying along. I don't know if there's much use stealthing every step of the way. And I also just want to ask, does anyone know what the 6th listed item is in a rogue skin?
What? I do not.
No, nothing. That's all. Fine.
Okay.
Suspicious.
What do you want to do, Colt?
It's not. It's really not. It's
Oh.
not suspicious.
Well, I'm gonna keep moving up the mountain because I don't. I'm gonna move up here because, yeah, pretty much. I want to wait for the rest of the party to catch up. I'm gonna look back and see that I can't see the entire party.
Okay. Thalia,
gonna
have
sit
you
there.
moved?
Talia, long suffering, is going to take a double move. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, you hoof it up those stairs. Your legs
Yeah.
kind of hurt a little bit. They're burning from the sensation. Luckily, it's cold out.
Also there.
This is a ludicrous endeavor. The more I spend time on this wretched mountain, the less I think it's a good idea.
Follicle. I'm not really. So, has Meredith come back to us yet?
Not yet.
Not yet, that's my next turn.
No.
Okay.
I will follicle roughly.
Boink.
2 hawks? Descend.
Eagles.
Eagles. God fucking damn it. Anyway.
You'll get it one day.
Yeah, probably not.
Also, I would I would like to say, I'm having the other burb stay around where the guy is.
Okay.
Alright.
One eagle then descends upon the party.
Just gonna let out a little, like, eagle's cry. Let them get from that whatever they will.
I think there's something ahead.
Was
Could
that
be a
snare an
person, could be a
eagle?
trap. Who knows? Who knows what's ahead? There's something.
You're gonna see the eagle nod when you say person.
Oh, person? Okay. Would I
believe
I would know this path. I've traveled this path plenty of time.
Yes.
Would I know possibly where they would be sitting?
You
Good
would
vantage
have
point.
an idea. Yeah, they would probably be perching themselves on a vantage point where they could see most everyone as
gonna
they would
look.
approach.
I'm gonna look back and say, alright, well, there's a couple of outcroppings on the mountain up ahead, on the path up ahead, and the scout parties like to hang out up sometimes. They're not always there, sometimes they're in a different spot. But
Colt, are you still waiting
think-
while you talk like this to everyone?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm still waiting. I'm just sitting there explaining stuff. Just kind of talking at this point. So you can go ahead and pass.
Who all is waiting for Vigo and Thalia?
We all are.
Okay, in that case, go ahead and move up Vico and Thalia, and we'll just cut to Kostu's turn would be after that.
By the way, DM, when there's multiple hawks, I believe it's actually called a hawk tour.
Oh my god. They're eagles! God damn it.
This is for reference when there eventually will appear two
When they
hawks. I don't know
finally
when,
turn into
but
hawks.
That's why
One
they're
day.
eagles and not hawks.
There'll be
what
hawks
do you
at some
call a
point.
group of eagles?
A hunting party. Anyway.
There are a couple, whereas it looks like you have colony, a soar, and a convocation.
Everybody's caught up now.
Okay. Do you think we can sneak up on them, or
No, I don't. With the way they're overlooking
even-
it, they're gonna see our silhouettes long before we get there if we're going up the path. I mean, could climb up, but I'm not very good at climbing, if I'm being honest.
I have rope?
I could try and levitate and pray that the kindly bandits would
See
Take
you
a
as
rope.
the risen Jesus
I
and
don't
not shoot you down.
I think I have an idea.
Okay.
They don't know what's going on with me. I don't yet. If I went up there alone, I might be able to convince them to come down and chat with me.
You want to chat with known killers on a narrow mountain staircase.
Don't worry, I'm a bird.
So sure they won't just kill you on sight for, abandoning them and betraying them.
Well,
Well, they don't believe
I
that.
never did technically abandon. I got pinched.
You got captured.
By you.
Yes.
Plausible lie that you've
I mean,
been trying to get back, but
the
it's
other
been
the
difficult
other
for
people
you.
who were with me got away. Like they know what I mean, heck, they probably heard the gunshots as they were running off.
Okay.
The
I'm
question still stands though. What's stopping them from just immediately killing you?
Well,
For all they know, you could have spilled all their beans.
yeah,
don't know how they've been alive.
But-
We stole all their
but-
beans.
I am one of their. Well, not really anymore. I was one of their best scouts, and I did whenever I was here have okay relations with the leader. The leader might be kind of pissed if they shoot me. So they kill me.
Relations with the leader I have.
Well, I mean, I don't see we have much other choice. Just be careful.
If you're willing to take the risk.
I'm not going to be very good at convincing them of anything if I do that. Does anyone else have any other ideas?
I mean, my idea was to scale the
I
cliff.
could take you up as a prisoner because I am the one that captured you. I could say I'm bringing you back as a bargaining chip to talk to your leader.
You could. That is an option.
It gives us a way to get into the bandit camp and get in contact with who's in charge, at least.
All right.
That's certainly an idea.
If all
We
does
have.
anyone else
Could
want to
we
go
have
with
the?
this?
Could we have the birds claw like the scout's eyes out?
Koshtu, what's your alignment?
My alignment is good, bro. I'm trying to kill bandits, bro.
Ah, yes, bandits. The
Yes, and
The scum of the earth.
known ways of doing so involve specifically plucking out their eyes. That's very good activities.
I mean,
All
I
right.
don't know what else bird talons are particularly good at.
Colt Irons is going to take off his weapon gear and hand it to Arazoth,
I mean,
including his musket.
the other option is we disguise Vico in your stuff and put him in handcuffs. That way you can still shoot your gun because, I mean, that's kind of a strong and good ranged weapon we
That's
have there.
Situation
And
improves
Vico's
somewhat.
good at getting out of not so great situations.
That's fair.
You have like a disguise
Although-
kit.
If you put me in binds, I might be able to ask them how things are back at the camp.
That's
I
true.
might be able to get intel of it.
You could get intel where Vico couldn't.
I like the idea of Colt Irons being.
Handcuffed once again.
I feel, initially I was not supporting such activities, but given your recent exploits, I think I sympathize with the town guard of Fox Hill.
Anybody else have any weigh-in on the plan here?
I mean, there is also I'm terrible at lying, but I could come in and say that I've heard rumors about the artifact and its accursed nature, and as a
By the
you
way,
know,
while this discussion is happening, Meredith's transformation timer is ticking down.
It's like it's like 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm just making it noted.
That's
But-
fair.
But I think that may be ill-advised, given the last time I tried to pass as a doomsayer.
Wait, no, it's 4 hours. It's 1 hour per druid, level 9, level 4. So
Jeez.
yeah, I'm gonna be a bird for a while.
And you get full casting.
I don't have natural spell yet. That's next level.
Yeah.
In any
Oh.
case.
Anyway.
Well, you can put me in these handcuffs or not.
I guess so. Give you the key as well, just in case you need to get yourself out of them.
Do you not have a backup?
I mean, yeah, I have a backup, but I'm just
Okay,
letting you know,
okay,
you're
good.
also getting a key.
Yeah. I
Damn,
know.
Thalia and Koshtu are tied for who's gonna die first.
Yep.
Rasath, if you're taking like the diplomatic lead on this, do you want me there with you, or do you want me to stay in the background?
I guess probably more background would be better.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Just figured I'd ask.
I'm not much of a liar, so, if,
No, I just-
if we need to lie, I guess that's gonna be on you.
I
Alright.
can stay back, pop in if things get dire.
Right. I've already handed my stuff to Arazoth.
Alright. You're putting yourself in binds?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm putting him in my cuffs, giving him the spare key.
I think that is probably Let's go with that.
Actually, hold on. There is one thing that I would like to do.
Sure.
If you are doing that, and Thalia is going to march up, flip through her book, and place a finger on Colt's wrist, and mutter an incantation, and do and brand him.
You're
So that
branding me?
yeah, just a little bit, just something, just like a little nondescript mark,
What is this for?
so we know where you are.
That's fair. What does it look
Or-
like? Can you make it look cool?
You make it look cool.
It's a rune or a mark. She's just gonna write luck in Elvish.
Okay.
I can't even read it.
Yep.
Beautiful.
But
That's
bet
like a
it looks
divination
cool.
thing.
Yeah.
In any case,
Mm-hmm.
the brand appears on your wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Vines can't hold me forever. Go on. Take me to where you're gonna take me.
Alright. I guess you would have knowledge that there would probably be somebody sitting up there, so I guess when we round up there, we should probably yell for somebody not to kill us.
You're right. Right. I'm gonna. Alright. Well, lead me there.
All right.
Onward.
Who else?
While you guys are
up?
doing this, I will be going up by an alternative route.
Okay.
Good idea.
Well, la-di-da,
So
Miss
just those
Eagle.
I'm gonna.
2 or 3.
Hey, I play a druid. I do druid thingy.
No, that's valid. It is hella valid.
It's
it's
so
a good
fun.
idea.
I love druids so much.
So again, who all is ascending? Is it?
I am ascending, just a few paces behind.
Okay, if you're going, I'm going with you. Like,
So is the only one who's sitting behind for this costume then?
Unless there's something called,
Is
unless you think
costume
it's a
muted?
better idea if I'm not there at all.
I don't know if costume's there.
We can say he's
I'm-
sitting back for now.
Like I'm fine with staying behind if you guys think it's like a better idea.
No,
I'll
I
I'll
definitely
follow
think I
the
need,
back group.
I need somebody there who has
You're
an
following the group?
actual
Okay.
bluff ability. Just in case. I think
Whatever
that
whatever
would
group
be
is like
smart.
hanging back, I will stay with
Get
them.
up here.
Okay.
I'm diplomatic, but I'm not a liar.
1 second.
I will be
You
the
can get up
vanguard,
here.
as it were.
I'll just carry myself as cover. I'll just make it, very clear. Have my crossbow on the ready. Be the.
very
It feels
funny.
weird to say
As
bodyguard
you
when this
guys-
dwarf is like multiple times as strong as me.
As you guys
Yeah.
ascend the mountain pass, Arzoth, Colt, a voice calls out from up on high. Excuse me. From up on high, echoing down the mountains. That's far enough!
I'm going to
Never should have come here.
raise my free hand, my other hand holding Colt firmly in his shackles. I mean you no harm. I brought somebody I think your leader might want to see.
Do I recognize the voice?
You do not. Goes, and who is that?
Oh, you already know who it is. Get down here.
What? Afraid I don't recognize you, friend. And then you hear another voice perch up from the back. Oi! Oi! Knock it off, Reddit! I know this one. And another man, a ways down, steps out off from the ledge a little bit to get a better view. And you notice him. He's wearing a sort of a red shawl-like thing on his head, casually tossing a knife between his fingers as he talks. He goes, "Yeah, I remember him. Colt. You remember me,
That's
right?
right.
And you do. You do remember this bandit. Because this is the bandit that was with you on the scouting mission, whose weapon misfired and ran away while you got caught.
Wait, a misfire wouldn't result in an explosion, though.
Not his he wasn't using a gun.
Oh,
When I
Wait,
say
what was he?
misfire, I'm not
Crossbow?
talking about... Hmm?
crossbow?
Yes.
All right. My apology.
In any case. He says, you remember me, right? Fishhead Jones!
Yeah, I remember you. I remember your crossbow and your itchy trigger finger.
Hey, mistakes happen, but we can make that right now. We can shoot out this fucker here, and then bring you back to boss, no problems, no harm, no foul. In fact, actually, boss has been a bit of a jackass lately. Been all possessive of something he found. We was thinking, we was wondering when you came back whether or not we'd be able to, have you take over of sorts. You were always a powerful one. So how about it, eh? We shoot up your friend here, you take over the, bandit crew, and we go back to business as always. Not a bad upgrade, eh?
Can I make a, what it called? Can I make a, sense motive check on him?
Yeah.
My sense motive is terrible. Let's see if it works.
At,
Does
at
not work.
the shoot your friends, Thalia's gonna kind of sidle into view a little bit closer to Colt,
Yeah, I was about to say, somebody draw a weapon on this man. We do have a hostage.
and
Oh, hey, there's more of you. Colt,
There are a few
I mean,
more.
I'll put it blankly. If you believed he was lying, you wouldn't believe he was lying with a roll like that. You don't believe he's lying, though.
That's
I
fine.
heard
Look,
you.
look, just come down here. Bring your friends.
No can do.
Why
That
not?
would be really stupid, would it not? You know how it is.
And
He's
that's speaking to the man I actually want to talk to, who's not you, but your boss.
Didn't you say
Hey,
you
shut
wanted to
up!
take
You
over
stole
this
one of
a second
ours!
ago?
I'm
Didn't you
talking to the
say-
prisoner.
Didn't you say you wanted me to take over?
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, how am I going to do that if I can't talk to you guys? These guys
Let-
aren't going to kill me.
Let the prisoner move up.
At these guys aren't gonna kill me. Thalia's book is going to snap open her book.
Oh, as you snap open your book, the bow from above trains on you, and he goes, "Oh, I wouldn't try that, Missy."
She kind of.
That's right. That's right. You're already in their sight lines.
I'd
You know,
taken.
Arzov is gonna let out a big sigh, and he's gonna pull out the bottle of dragon piss, and he's gonna say, "You know what? I'll share if you reconsider."
I love bribery, especially when it involves booze.
Hold up. Make
Will save,
a
question mark?
diplomacy check.
Let's go.
Local.
Will save, question mark?
Ah, fuck.
Is
Huh?
that motherfucking dragon's piss?
Yeah, it is.
All right, boys. If anything happens to me, you know what to do. I'm coming down. Okay.
I love
okay.
this guy already.
All right.
Hey,
All right.
down here.
We can talk, but
I'ma
don't
pour
try
a-
anything fishy. We've got like at least 10 arrows trained on you right now, and I would
I'ma
hate
pour
to.
a cup for him.
I would hate to kill you this quickly.
Okay, DM, he's gonna say that.
He
I'm gonna
gladly
make a
takes the
perception. I'm gonna make a perception check. Is there anyone else besides these goobers here? Damn it.
From your sight line, from a
Yes.
21.
Yeah,
And a bird's eye view.
and a bird's eye view. Important.
I'm gonna go ahead and start revealing.
Ooh, revealing.
Spicy content.
Ooh,
We get to learn things.
I see.
Oh, damn.
There's a fair number here.
I hate fog maps.
And there you have
Hey,
it.
that's why we have fog cloud.
A well-guarded gorge.
Isn't 10?
Okay.
I mean, maybe I'm mistaken, but isn't 10 like a
Okay.
quarter of their number?
It's almost like he was exaggerating,
Yeah.
or perhaps can't count.
Great. I am going to
Doesn't
I am going
seem
to
like
attempt
there
to
were less
fly
than 10.
surreptitiously in a circle around, tracing the path of the people I can see.
Fair enough.
I'm hoping that at least one of the party members notices.
So,
He easily, Fishhead Jones gladly takes the cup that you've poured, sips it down really quickly, does one of those, like, drunk shivers where he goes like, whoa, that was good stuff! Oh, man. For a guard, you have decent taste. Almost enough to make me want to let you live. Perhaps we could send you back down the mountains if you let the prisoner go. But I'll hear what
Yeah,
y'all
I'd
have to say first.
love
There
to
is,
share a glass of this with your boss, too.
There
I
is,
wouldn't love that. I kind of want to kill that fucker.
hey, I got a
There's-
question. Fisheye here.
Fishhead.
Fish head.
Sorry.
Come on, you know I got
So-
that title with pride.
No, I know, I'm sorry. I'm a bit out of it right now. You can see, hasn't been the best time. But, is it really that bad up there?
Are you fucking kidding me? We're bandits, not cultists. But this fucker gets obsessed with some bullshit artifact we steal, refuses to sell it, says he's hearing the sounds of the end times.
That would track.
He's being a total
the-
creep. He's still ordering us around because he's strong and whatnot, but he refuses to part with it under any circumstances. And he's being a right weirdo. Keeps talking about how we're all gonna die.
Cursed magic items tend to do such a thing.
I wanna try to get a little closer to him. And I wanna speak a bit softer.
I'll
Just
allow
like-
it.
Is everyone who is here on this cliffside?
They're all
Is
mine.
everyone there?
They're all mine, yeah. The boys here are part of my crew. They understand what's good. We've all been thinking it for a while. Of course, the ones he keeps back about the camp are more on his payroll, more the elites, they still believe. Took a while to get this group rallied to be, well, a scouting group of sorts. But it's important to have people you can trust in a business like this, you know?
You're right. Can I make another sense motive check on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have no reason to not believe him.
I'm gonna look over at the guard. Also, Dahlia.
Oh, tell you what. This is that guard what ran us out of town, right?
Yeah.
Tell you what, we won't even raise your village or nothing. We will leave it alone if you just leave him be so we can discuss business and go back to what we was doing before.
I'm gonna get the key out and start uncuffing myself.
What?
I'm gonna say, well, here's the thing. They're actually on my side. Right.
You little shit! That's very clever.
Hey, listen. We want to take that guy down too.
Right. Well, he might be willing to meet with you, seeing as y'all was close before and whatnot. Enough to kill the old commander.
You said this guy's strong. How strong are you talking?
Well, in terms of marksmanship, better than any of us. Probably better than even old Colt here. But that's kind of a toss-up between the two, honestly. I couldn't say that with 100% certainty. I will say, though,
What about
he
up
doesn't use as
close?
long of a gun. So I'm assuming that your gun's better because it's longer.
It's
Hey,
not
size
better
isn't
for
everything.
Bigger is better.
Size is
not better
absolutely
for-
everything.
It's
That's
not
how
better
I
for
got the name
everything, but it
Fishhead
is-
Jones.
Oh my god.
It is more
How
accurate.
do you know how good he is up close?
Yeah, I've seen him fucking execute people at near point blank range with that fucking thing of his. Don't need to
He's
be
got-
Not
too
about
distant.
this. It's not about the size of the barrel. It's about the roar of the powder. Clearly.
Boom, baby.
I don't know
Obviously.
what the fuck any of these things are that you're talking about. What the fuck is powder? Is that like,
Look, I'll
sugar?
I'll explain it later. I'll explain it later. All right?
do you put
Anyway.
fucking sugar in those things?
No, look, listen. Gather up your men. We gotta have a talk. If we're gonna actually do this.
Make a diplomacy check. With advantage because he wants to trust you.
I'll wiggle
Right.
the bottle of dragon's piss in the back.
Here's the first roll. Not very good. Because I have advantage. 8.
He says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that. The boys are gonna have to stay where they are for now. It's not that I don't want to believe that you're on our side here, but like, you did just lie to me."
About what? Oh, yeah. Well, we weren't sure if we were gonna get shot immediately by walking up there, and it seems like with you guys having arrows and stuff trained on us, my assumptions were right.
Yeah, so we're both liars. But you knew that. We're
Besides-
bandits.
Besides, I took the fall for you whenever your weapon misfired and you had to run. You guys got out scot-free. I didn't.
Alright, I'll have him move out, but I'm taking the rest of that ball.
That's fine. Take it.
He immediately reaches out his hand as if he was like,
Give him the
Reaching
bottle.
for money.
I'm gonna grab the bottle from Arazov, and then I'm gonna hand it to him.
okay. He takes it, immediately gets that like toothy grin on his face, you know, like an enthusiastic, just like the face you imagine when somebody like sits upon a pile of gold, pure greed. He's missing a tooth, and a couple of his teeth are black as well. So as he does this, he just immediately takes it, stares at it like so, and then takes a big swig and he goes, "All right, boys, round up over here. These ones
Was
are
there a-
friendlies."
Were there dollar signs in his eyes, perchance?
There were not dollar signs, there were hearts.
That's even better.
Could I make a sense motive check to see if there was some money offered? There would be like a considerable increase in trust, or at least like reliability, or do
You're,
I
you're
think,
trying to see if you
if
can
I
pay
give
them
this-
off.
or do I think if I give this guy gold, he's going to know I have gold and he's going to stab me?
Sure. Make a sense motive check.
Because with bandits, can go either way. That's 13. It's not good. I can get a
Your
beat on this guy.
perception on a 13 is that were you to give this guy money, it would probably help grease the wheels. You're not certain, but you feel that he would at the very least appreciate having more money. What bandit doesn't?
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, now we were all gathered here. What's the plan, boss? What you thinking?
Well, I don't know yet. I've been away for a while, so I don't really know everything that's going on up there. You guys don't like it up there, obviously. That's why we're even talking.
Of course not. Ain't that right, boys? Yeah, we fucking hate it. It's the worst. Yeah.
Okay. First things first. Before we even get started on thinking any plans, Fox Hill's off limit. All right. No more
Alright,
Fox Hill.
boys. You heard that. If we do this, new boss says no more looting around Fox Hill. Other places
other-
potentially still on the
And
table.
house. House is also off the table. No house or Fox Hill.
No house either. You gotta do your raiding in inns and taverns from now on.
No, I mean the town. Town of House.
Oh!
The Meredith bird is going to
Okay.
give you a winged salute.
Okay, yeah. No HAOS. House.
It's a very confusing.
Ava, definitely very on the table.
Okay. So,
Make sure to say that everywhere else is still absolutely on the table.
oh, they already know that.
Okay.
There's no way they
Also,
don't.
maybe warn them to be careful around Red Path. It's on the table, but like, scary people there.
Yeah.
A lot of emotionless people in
I
Ray Path that
feel
won't
like-
resist if you steal from them.
Also, you're gonna want to stay clear of Revat. All right, it's not off the table, but you might not go there. It's not gonna be worth it.
You go
Boys,
there, you won't come
We
back.
are not strong enough to take on Revat right now. Too much of a city folk, and they got all them fancy guns. We already knew that, boss. Yeah, but reiterations and whatnot. These are the ground
So-
rules. We're doing discussions, right? Alright,
So,
now that
here's
you
the
know
deal.
they're listening.
okay, here's the deal. All right, we ourselves are not after the boss. Although it sounds like we should probably be taken out anyway. We're really after that artifact.
You want the creepy hourglass thing.
We do for reasons that are not related to the voices he's hearing.
Right?
Here's the deal. We get the artifact at the end of this, and some of the loot from the bandit camp, because we were pretty low on money and supplies, honestly. Kind of need it. And you can take over the bandits.
Me? No. Boss, it's gotta be you. You're our
Okay,
would-be
it'll be
leader.
me.
You're so strong and strapping, and you took the fall for me and everything. It's the least I could do.
Alright. I'll take over the bandit. Alright.
You hear that, boys?
I need-
He's willing! And then they all start yipping and yawing.
But I need absolute loyalty. You got it?
Everyone, salute your new leader! And all of the bandits go, "Aye, Jones!" And they give you a salute.
Alright, this is great. This is perfect.
Rezoth gives a salute.
I'm even getting one from the guard. This is incredible. Okay.
I'll give a salute.
Hey, you even got the
All
guard
right,
to get
leader.
loyal to your cause. That's pretty good. Not bad
Alright, leader, what's the
turnaround.
plan?
Here's the plan. So, I've got a few questions about those elites he has.
Sure.
That's what I really want to know about.
Yeah, ask away.
What about them? What do you know about them, really?
Well-
like,
He, most of them are newer folk to here, not part of the old guard like you and me's was. Apparently, after our fudged up mission, he thought it best to start bringing in some new folk. So he hired some mercenaries, turned them into full-time bandits by plying them with gold,
Marks.
and they sort of hang around his general sphere while the rest of us have been relegated to scouting.
do they? Have you seen any kind of like? What is that? That pendant looked like a skull and a moon, didn't it?
Skull and a moon. Oh, I think the hourglass had a skull shape to the top of it.
The hourglass would. Thalia, what do those pendants look like? They had.
Thalia?
is in her pocket and kind of swears a little bit as the shadows around her cloak kind of mess with her, but pulls out a pendant of Groitus and to demonstrate.
Whoa, that thing's really
figures
creepy.
She figures the bandits are visual learners.
Have you seen any...
No, I've never seen anything quite like that. Well, I have. We're bandits, but you know what I mean. I've never seen anything that looks like... I mean, that's freaky. Where'd you get that? Is that from some artist?
She's gonna put the...
You know,
she's
silly
gonna wordlessly put the pendant away.
Well, good to know that could still be... Okay. Have they made any major changes to the fort as far as defenses go?
Any major changes? They, well, that watery path is still open, but they added, what do you call them? Barricades? Like those little spiky wooden walls? We got a few of those now. Oh, and they finally added one of those archer walkways.
Okay.
Other than that, the old cave where the boss still holds up is still there.
Okay. Alright.
Still small, of course. The rest of us are forced to sleep out in our nesting area.
Okay.
But those mercenary scum.
there-
Pih!
DM,
Yes.
is there a main gate to the fort? Like, how much would you need to
The
go
main
into
gate
the fort?
is, last you remember, it is essentially a watery path, a little further up the mountain, that allows you to... You basically have to trudge through it or climb up the sides of the walls that they've set up in order to get into the camp itself. And this is designed, of course, to slow anyone who is not part of the bandit crew down.
Okay. Is there only one layer to this?
What do you mean?
To the barricade. I'm sorry. Fishhead, is there only one layer to the barricades, or are there multiple?
Well, there's this... They have, like, the watery path, right? And then there's the little barricades, the sparks they've set up. You can climb the wall around to get inside. There's the archer tower. And I think that's everything.
Okay. There's really two
I'm-
ways we can do this.
I think
We
at this
can
time
either-
everyone is just going to fly down to like be with the rest of the party.
Alright.
Hopefully the bandits will
There's
finally notice her.
We can either force our way in, or we can try and get in while they still think we're friendly, and then spring our trap. I'm worried about those defenses, though, but I think I have an idea to be able to get us in forcefully.
Oi, see that? Boss has a plan. Everybody listen up.
I'm gonna blow a hole in the wall.
Jesus fucking Christ, boss. I think it may be a little too sturdy for that.
Are you sure?
It's a mountain.
Well, yeah, but what about the wooden part?
Well, the wooden part's not on the wall. The
Not
mountain's the
everything
wall.
can be solved with explosions.
Where are the rest of the scouts?
The rest is... This is us.
Yeah.
The others are all
Them.
over by camp.
This is them. Alright, well,
Okay. So the rest are the elites, the ones that are still loyal to the leader.
Aye.
yeah. So, I'm gonna turn back to the party and say, how do you guys feel about fighting? I think our odds have increased
Love
substantially.
fighting.
Definitely increased. How many of these bandits are actually still loyal to this guy? What is the actual number odds here?
Well, as long as he keeps paying them, those mercs are. And there's a few, like a couple of us otherwise. The crew was never that big to begin with, but big enough to cause problems. As it were. But, I'd say we are a little less than half the outfit.
Okay.
You can't expect these honest gentlemen to risk their necks for this sudden plan that you're dreaming up in a few moments.
Oh, absolutely not.
Like-
To be
Okay,
clear, we would not sacrifice ourselves to certain death against these guys. We're gonna need a very thorough plan.
Oh, I'm not asking you guys to sacrifice yourselves. Don't worry.
No, the fight. If the numbers are looking like they're going to be roughly even, then there should definitely be a way that that no one other than the artifact holder needs to die.
What are you
But-
thinking?
We could go with the original plan and try to push me in as prisoner, and that might catch the boss off guard. But at the same time, could also just shoot me right there.
Maybe.
I could take you in as a prisoner. I don't think he'd shoot you then.
Probably not. And if there is no other scouting force up to the main camp, then everyone else with me would be safe to walk up there until we got to the point where they could see us from the camp.
You know, as I recall, he's still got a certain sense of, what's that word? Nobility? Responsibility? Pride? I think pride's the one. I wonder if you couldn't just challenge him to a shootout. Mano a mano, as it were. I
You
mean,
want
I
me to
doubt
challenge
the
him
other
to a
mercs.
duel?
Challenge him to a duel.
I
You want
doubt
me to
the other
challenge him to a
mercs really
duel?
give a shite who's paying him.
You know what? If it gets him out, it gets him out. That might actually get him in a good position for us to be able to get him if I were to lose the duel.
Don't miss.
I don't plan on it. I like the duel idea. It's bold.
Well,
Sure, why not?
that's what we want to go with. Alright.
I assume that. Well, I assume that sometimes there got to be times when at least half of the elites are asleep.
We'll arm you as best we can if that's the plan you want to go with. Sire Irons. He does like a slight bow as he does this.
God.
Don't worry. I'm
If
always armed.
if we go with the shootout and things were to go south, is everyone here willing to, ruin the rules of the duel and shoot the other guy in the head?
Oh fuck yeah, we don't need to honor that shit.
Okay, great.
That
do we
being said,
need to challenge him to a duel though?
that being said, if you're gonna do this, we should give you all of our finest gear and, well, if you guys, whatever you guys have, we don't have too terribly much. We should have some sort of code, something you can yell out if things are going too south. Let everyone know to join in, like a word, a rallying cry.
At this point, Meredith is going to call loudly.
What the fuck is with that bird? It's been circling us for so long, and it's just hanging around you too.
So, I don't know if you can believe it, but that's actually a caster. That's a person.
It's a person.
No, that's a fucking bird.
Nah, she's gonna wave her wing.
Just wait. Just wait a
She's
little
gonna-
bit.
Did it just fucking wave at me? What the
The bird is
fuck?
going to nod.
I told you it was a person. Look, just trust me, alright?
That's weird as hell, but alright.
Look, point is it's on our side, but I'm thinking if I yell out Dragon's Fist,
Excuse me.
what?
Keep going.
Let's keep going.
Oh, you're an eagle, fortunately.
If I yell out Dragon's Piss, that's the signal. So
Alright.
you all recognize.
But the question
Are you-
is, do we even need to challenge the bandit leader to a duel? Can't we just, we have twice as many people. I mean, at some point, half of his people will probably be asleep. I would
feel
imagine
like
that mercenaries, much like you fine gentlemen, are not likely to risk their lives in a battle that they're likely to lose.
Well, not unless they feel they have no escape. Remember, this place only has one entrance. That means it only has one exit.
A pitched fight is not in our favor.
If I could win this duel, they very well just might honor. But if not, we'll have to get him anyway. But it's more so a way to get him out than it is to actually get anything.
Well, in the ancient tradition of our peoples, and by that I mean something we've done at a few local taverns. How many cups you guys got?
I have one.
Because there's... I'm just doing the math here. 13 of us?
Yeah, that sounds
Counting
about
the
right.
bird. Can the bird drink?
The bird nods her head.
Bird can drink, yes.
Talia pulls out a trio of tin cups out of her bag.
Oh, perfect. We might not be able to cheers all at once. I don't think everybody here's got a cup, but we can take turns. And he starts pouring the dragon's piss into the outstretched cups of everyone who has one to provide.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a cup, and I'm gonna say no. I need full concentration if I'm dueling him.
Very well. Everyone else then. To new beginnings and to cold irons! And he raises the cup and then takes a swig.
Is
I
the bird
will
provided?
drink a small amount.
Is the bird provided a cup?
The bird is provided a cup.
The bird will consume the liquor.
Beautiful.
Okay, seriously, that bird is freaking me out a little bit. But
Look,
Drunk flying, good plan. Surely
somebody
it's better
get
than
this
drunk
bird its
driving.
air keys.
okay. We're going with the duel. I think
Seems
look,
that way.
If we attack at night, if we try to attack when they're sleeping, the boss is going to be in his quarters, which is far into the fort. It's going to be we're going to have to get past everything else to get to. And he's going to be ready.
Might be as easy done as said. If half the people
no.
are asleep.
It won't be for long, though.
I mean,
Keep in mind,
if
we
we
don't
have half of our
exactly
troops,
usually
if we
take
have half of our
prisoners either.
troops inside, if we have half of our troops inside and half of our troops outside, does that make sense? So let's say the scouts go back in
Yeah.
to the camp, and then at night they have the camp from the inside, and we assault the camp from the outside.
Oh, that seems like a situation where lots of people are going to get injured, and I'm going to have to spend half a day mending wounds for those who don't just die horribly.
Yeah, I need to repeat, we're not willing to die horribly.
I don't think that you would need to, but
Well, but she said we might. And she's
I'm
got a
not
book.
sure why she has that impression.
Well, she's got a book, so I'm assuming she's right.
I think everyone's
We
going to die
also-
horribly all the time.
We also don't know if your wonderful employer happens to be empowered by the artifact that he currently possesses. You know, the one that's making him act all funny.
Sounds like a worse reason to duel to me, but
Well, that's why they aren't shooting each other. They're shooting a target, last I checked.
oh, is that what the duel was going to be? I was under the wrong impression.
Oh, no, you were completely under the right impression. I assumed they were going to shoot each other to the death.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
That's what I
absolutely.
assumed.
That's usually
That's
how
what's
bandits
happening.
settle things. But I appreciate that you're so high-minded, mistress. And he does like a very slight like bow towards you, Thalia.
Okay.
Molly is just going to cover her face with her hands and go back to drinking. What?
You feel like his breath would have stank a little in your direction had it not been for the cold wind kind of
Yeah.
blowing it away.
What are you talking about? We can get Bandit Queen Thalia. You tell me you don't want that?
Thankfully, Meredith can't talk right now.
Costu, please. Trust me on this. I've dealt with these guys a
Okay.
lot.
All right. I'll trust
And
you.
honestly, it is my fault he's there. I need
Your
to get him out
fate.
of there.
Your fate put him there, and your fate shall unseat him.
Take him out,
Fishhead,
Cole.
how does he usually carry the artifact?
That's Fishhead Jones. He usually
Fishhead
keeps it.
Jones, I'm sorry.
He usually keeps it in the cave, behind where, well, you know, the cave in his living quarters. He doesn't often move it around with himself, because he doesn't usually move around himself. But when he does, keeps it on his person, usually on a hitch on his belt.
Lovely.
Perfect.
Alright. Let's do this. I'm ready.
Alright. Well, in that case, do you want me to take you as a prisoner or as a guest?
I'm coming as a guest.
Alright.
Arzov, give me my gear.
I will offload all of your shit.
I'm
The
gonna
rest
take-
of you,
I'm
you're
take-
gonna have to stay a little ways away for this to work.
I'm
Hope
gonna
you
give
understand.
Arzov. I'm gonna give Arzov the keg of gunpowder. Say, look, this is in case of emergency, but you'll know where to use it.
Alright.
Right
Meredith
then.
is going to ignore those orders and just like fly up.
Okay, the bird
fine.
is like probably fine, but she's still
The bird's
like
fine.
kind of being weird about it. I sense some attitude from the bird somehow.
Wait, they can move up until we get to the point where they can't see us. They can see.
Yeah, that's fine. Right. Well, everybody's just gonna move up then, I'm assuming. And I
Yep.
think
Good.
that is where we should end tonight's session.
DM, how much time do I have left on my wild shape?
I would say you've probably still got, like, how many hours did you say you could have? 4?
It's 4 hours, yes.
You probably still got, like, 2 hours on it.
Alright.
Probably a little bit more than that. 2.5, I'd say. But yeah, with that, I think that is where we're going to end things for tonight. As always, Gale Forest members, eat well, sleep well, drink well. Check in on your friends, check in with yourselves, and have a good rest of the night. And until next time, as always, Gale Force, out!